Captain Taman looked out the window of his ship at the endless stars. The Harmony's Dream was not a fancy ship. It was old and carried boxes of medicine to far planets. But it was his ship, and he loved it. "Captain," called Jin-A from her seat at the radio. "I'm getting a signal." Taman walked over to her. Jin-A was young but very good at her job. She could hear signals from very far away. "What kind of signal?" he asked. "It's a help call. Someone is in trouble," she said. Her face looked worried. "The signal is coming from a ship that looks broken." Taman thought about this. Space was big and dangerous. Sometimes pirates sent fake help calls to trick other ships, but sometimes people really needed help. "Where is it coming from?" he asked. "About 2 hours away. The ship looks dead. No power, no movement." Sora, the engineer, looked up from her work. She was fixing a broken part of the engine. Her hands were dirty with oil. "Captain, we should be careful. This part of space is known for pirates." Taman nodded. Sora was smart about machines and about danger. She had saved their ship many times before. "But if someone really needs help," said Bora the doctor. She was kind and always wanted to help people. "We have medicine. We could save lives." Junho, who was in charge of the ship's few weapons, spoke up. "Our guns are not very strong. If it's a trap, we could be in big trouble." Taimin looked around at his crew. There were 12 people on his ship. They were not soldiers. They were just people who carried medicine to planets that needed it. But they were good people. "We have to try," he said finally. "If someone needs help, we help them. That's what humans do." The crew got ready. Hyunwoo, who studied space and stars, checked his computers. Do-hyun, who steered the ship, turned them toward the broken ship. Chang-ho, who kept everyone safe, checked their few weapons. It took 2 hours to reach the dead ship. It was big and black. No lights were on. It looked like it had no power at all. "I don't see any life signs," said Hyunwoo, looking at his screen. "But the ship is too big. My machines can't see everything." "Maybe everyone is sleeping to save air," said Yeonji, who helped people with their feelings and fears. "When ships lose power, people sometimes do that." Taemin made his choice. "We go closer. Jin-A, try to talk to them." Jin-A turned on the radio. "Unknown ship, this is the Harmony's Dream. We got your help call. Do you need aid?" No answer came back. They moved closer to the dead ship. It was 3 times bigger than theirs. Strange. Marks were on its side. The metal looked different from human ships. "Captain," said Hyunwoo in a quiet voice, "I don't think this is a human ship." Before Taemin could answer, the space around them lit up. 3 ships appeared from nowhere. They had been hiding somehow. The ships were long and sharp like knives made of metal and light. "Oh no," whispered Sora. "We're in trouble." The alien ships surrounded them quickly. They were fast and moved like hunters around prey. Red lights flashed on the alien ships. Their weapons were pointing at the Harmony's Dream. A voice came over the radio. It was deep and harsh. The words were in human language, but the voice sounded wrong. "Human ship. You will stop your engines. You will not move. You will prepare to be boarded." Taemin's heart beat fast. These were not pirates. These were aliens, and they did not sound friendly. "This is Captain Taemin of the human ship Harmony's Dream. We are a medical supply ship. We were trying to help what we thought was a ship in trouble." The alien voice laughed. It was not a nice sound. "Humans, always so simple, always so easy to trick. I am Commander Velthera of the Vorthak Empire. Your ship and your lives now belong to us." Junho looked at his weapon controls. Their few guns were nothing compared to the alien ships. "Captain, we can't fight them. They're too strong." "You will surrender now," said Velthara. "Your race will make good workers for the Empire. You are strong enough for hard work but too stupid to cause trouble." Taemin felt angry. No one called humans stupid. No one said they would make them slaves. "We will not surrender," he said into the radio. "We are free people. We will stay free." "Then, you will die," said the alien. "But we would rather have you alive." We will break your ship just enough to stop you from running away. Green light shot from the alien ships. It hit the Harmony's Dream in several places. The lights on the ship went dim. The engine made 6 sounds and then stopped working. Reactor is dead, called Sora from her station. Main power is failing, we're sitting ducks. Weapons are offline, said Junho. We can't fight back. The alien ships moved closer. One of them attached to their ship with a metal tube. Taemin could hear banging sounds. The aliens were cutting through their door. They're coming aboard, said Changho. He picked up his weapon. It was just a simple gun that shot bullets. All the crew had the same kind of gun. Everyone get ready, said Taemin. They think we're weak. Let's show them what humans can do. Sora suddenly smiled. It was not a happy smile. It was the smile she got when she had a dangerous idea. Captain, I've been working on something. The main engine is broken, but I can make the backup power do something special. What kind of special? Asked Taemin. The kind that might kill us all, but it will definitely hurt them. The alien soldiers were almost through the door. Taemin could see sparks flying as they cut the metal. Do it, he said. Sora ran to her station. Her hands moved fast over the controls. Everyone hold on to something metal and close your eyes. The door exploded inward. 3 alien soldiers came through. They were tall and thin, with gray skin and big black eyes. They wore metal suits that glowed with energy. Their weapons looked very advanced. The aliens pointed their guns at the humans. Surrender now, and you will not be hurt badly, said one of them. Taemin looked at his crew. They were scared but ready to fight. These were good people. They did not deserve to be slaves. Now, Sora, he shouted. Sora hit the last button. The backup power exploded in a bright flash, but instead of destroying the ship, it sent waves of energy through all the metal walls. The aliens' fancy suits stopped working. Their weapons died. The lights on their armor went out. What did you do? Screamed the alien soldier. Something you didn't expect, said Taemin. He and his crew raised their simple guns. We might not have fancy weapons, but these still work. The fight was quick. The alien soldiers were strong, but their armor was dead. The human simple bullets went right through the metal that no longer had power. But Taemin knew this was just the beginning. There were 3 alien ships out there. More soldiers would come, and their ship was still broken and floating helpless in space. Good work, everyone, he said. But we're not safe yet. Sora, can you fix the engine? Sora looked at her machines. Many of them were broken from her power trick. It will take time, maybe too much time. Through the broken door, they could see the alien ships moving closer. Red lights were flashing. The aliens were very angry. They're preparing to attack again, said Junho, looking at his broken screens. Taemin looked around at his crew. They had won the first fight. But the war was just starting. 12 humans against 3 ships full of alien soldiers. It seemed impossible. But humans had faced impossible things before, and they had won. Everyone listen, he said. They think we're weak. They think we're stupid. They're wrong about both. We're going to show these aliens what happens when you mess with humans. The crew nodded. They were still scared, but they were also angry. And angry humans were dangerous humans. Outside, the alien ships moved closer, ready for round 2. The alien ships stayed back after the first fight. Captain Taemin could see them through the broken windows of his ship. They were waiting and watching. Why aren't they attacking? Asked Junho. He was still holding his gun, ready for more aliens to come through the door. They're being careful now, said Taemin. We surprised them. They didn't expect us to fight back. Sora was working on the broken engine. Sparks flew from the wires she was fixing. Captain, we have a big problem. The aliens broke more than just the engine. Our airmaker is damaged too. Bora, the doctor, looked up from checking the wounded crew members. How long do we have? Maybe 6 hours of good air. After that, we start getting sick. After 12 hours. Sora didn't finish, but everyone knew what she meant. Hyunwoo was looking at the alien soldiers they had defeated. The aliens were not dead, just knocked out. Their strange armor was dark and quiet now. Captain, come look at this. he called. Taemin walked over. The alien armor was very different from anything humans made. It was smooth and had no visible parts. But now that it was broken, he could see inside it. "This is amazing," said Hyunwoo. "Look at how they make power. It's completely different from our way." The alien power source was a small blue stone that glowed softly. Around it were wires made of metal that seemed to move by itself. "I've never seen anything like this," said Hyunwoo. "It's like they use the power of atoms themselves, but not like our nuclear power. This is something else." Chang Ho was searching the unconscious aliens. He found their weapons and communication devices. "These guns are heavy, but they feel powerful. And look at this." He held up a small device that showed pictures of star maps. "Can you understand it?" asked Taemin. "Some of it. They have marks for many star systems. I think this shows all the places they control." Yoonji, who studied how people think and feel, was watching the alien soldiers. "Captain, I think these aliens are scared now." "Scared? They have big ships and powerful weapons." "Yes, but look at them. When they woke up, they looked at us differently. Before, they looked at us like we were animals. Now they look at us like we might be dangerous." One of the aliens woke up completely. It tried to sit up, but Chang Ho pointed a gun at it. "Don't move," said Chang Ho. The alien looked around at all the humans watching it. Its big black eyes seemed to show fear. How did you stop our armor?" it asked in broken human language. "We're smarter than you think," said Taemin. "Impossible. Your race is primitive. Your technology is hundreds of years behind ours. You should not be able to fight us." Sora laughed. "That's your problem. You think old means stupid." "What do you mean?" asked the alien. "Your fancy armor is too smart. When I sent power through our ship's metal, it confused your armor's computer brain. Our simple machines don't use computer brains, so they kept working." The alien looked confused. But you are primitive. Your weapons are crude. Your ships are slow." "Maybe," said Taemin. "But we're still here, and your soldiers are not." Jin-A suddenly called out from her radio station. "Captain, I'm getting messages from the alien ships. I can't understand the language, but I can hear the voices. They sound upset." "Can you record it?" asked Hyunwoo. "Already doing it." Hyunwoo took the alien communication device and listened to the recording. He looked at the pictures on the device while listening to the alien voices. "I think I can figure out some words," he said after a while. "They keep saying something that might mean impossible and another word that might mean danger." The alien prisoner laughed, but it didn't sound happy. "You understand nothing. Commander Velthara is calling for more ships. Soon there will be 20 ships here, then 50. You cannot fight the entire Vorthek Empire." "Maybe not," said Taemin, "but we'll try." "Why?" "You could surrender. We would make you work, but you would live." "Why choose death?" Bora spoke up. "Because we're free. We'd rather die free than live as slaves. That makes no sense. Living is better than dying." "Not if you can't choose how to live," said Yoonji. "You aliens don't understand. Humans need freedom like we need air." The alien looked even more confused. "But freedom is chaos. Order is better. The Empire brings order to the galaxy." "Your order," said Taemin, "not ours." Meanwhile, Sora had been studying the alien power stone. "Captain, this is incredible. This little stone makes more power than our whole engine, and it's been working for years, maybe decades, without getting tired. Can you use it to fix our ship?" "Maybe. But I need to understand how it works first, and I need to be very careful. If I break it wrong, it might explode." Do Hyun, who steered the ship, was looking at the star maps on the alien device. "Captain, look at this. I think this shows all the worlds the aliens control. There are so many red marks." "What do the red marks mean?" asked Taemin. The alien prisoner answered without being asked. "Conquered worlds. Races that now serve the Empire. Your world will be red soon too." "I don't think so," said Taemin. "You cannot stop us. We have conquered 43 different races. Some fought, some surrendered. All serve us now. What makes You so sure we'll be the same? The alien thought for a moment. Because all races are the same when they face the Empire. They see our power, and they give up hope. Well, we're not giving up hope, said Junho. We're getting angry. Anger is useless against superior firepower. We'll see about that, said Sora. She had connected some wires from the alien power stone to her tools. Captain, I think I can make this work with our systems. It won't be pretty, but it might give us enough power to run the engines and the air maker. Do it, said Taimin. Wait, said Hyunwoo. If we can make their power work with our machines, maybe we can make their weapons work too. Changho picked up one of the alien guns. How? The same way Sora fixed the power. We connect their advanced parts to our simple parts. Maybe our simple parts can control their powerful parts. The alien prisoner's eyes went wide. You cannot do that. It is impossible. Your technology is too primitive. You keep saying that word. Impossible, said Taimin. I don't think it means what you think it means. Sora started connecting alien power to human machines. Sparks flew and smoke came out, but slowly the ship's lights got brighter. It's working, she said. We have power again. What about air? Asked Bora. Airmaker is running. We're not going to die today. The alien looked shocked. This should not work. Fourth-act technology cannot work with primitive systems. That's your problem, said Sora. You think everything has to be perfect and orderly. We humans are good at making things work even when they shouldn't. Jinne called out again. Captain, more signals. I think more alien ships are coming. How many? The signals are getting stronger. Maybe 10 ships, maybe more. Taimin looked around at his crew. They had fixed the air and power, but they were still trapped. More enemies were coming. Their ship was still damaged, but his crew looked different now. They looked angry and determined, and they were learning fast. Everyone listen, he said. We have alien power and alien weapons now. We know they can be surprised, and we know they think we're too stupid to be dangerous. So what do we do? Asked Junho. We show them just how dangerous stupid humans can be. Outside, more alien ships were arriving. Their lights filled the dark space. But inside the human ship, something new was being born. Not just hope, but a plan. The aliens had made a mistake. They had given humans alien technology. And humans were very good at using things in ways they were never meant to be used. The real fight was about to begin. The Harmony's dream was no longer the same ship. Captain Taimin walked through the halls and saw his crew working everywhere. They were changing everything, making it into something new and dangerous. Captain, look at this, Sora called from the engine room. She was covered in oil and alien blue glow from the power stones. I've connected 3 alien power cores to our main systems. We have 10 times more power than before. Will it hold together? Asked Taimin. Maybe. The alien. Parts want to be perfect and clean. Our human parts are messy and rough, but together they make something neither of us could make alone. In another part of the ship, Junho was working with Changho on weapons. They had taken apart the alien guns and were building something bigger. The alien weapons shoot energy, beams, Junho explained. But their power is too much for their own weapon bodies. See these burn marks? Their guns hurt themselves when they shoot. So we build stronger gun bodies using human metal? Asked Changho. Exactly. Our steel is rougher than their metal, but it's much tougher. We can make guns that shoot harder and longer. Hyunwoo was studying the alien prisoner more. He had learned some of their language by listening to their radio messages. Captain, I've learned something important, he said. The aliens have rules for how they fight. Very strict rules. They always attack the same way. What way? First, they surround the enemy. Then they demand surrender. If the enemy says no, they shoot the engines to stop them from running. Then they board the ship and take prisoners. Taimin thought about this. So they always do the same thing? Always. It has worked on 43 different races. But Captain, we didn't follow their rules. We fought back when we were supposed to give up. Du Hyun was working on the ship's navigation system. He had connected it to the alien star maps. Captain, their maps show weak spots in their own ships. They never thought someone would use their own information against them. What kind of weak spots? All their ships have the same design. The power cores are in the same place. The weapons are in the same place. If we hit the right spot, we can break their ships easily. Meanwhile, Bora was doing something strange. She was mixing human medicines with alien technology. "Doctor, what are you doing?" asked Taimin. "The alien power. Stones give off a special kind of energy," she said. "I think this energy can change our medicines, make them stronger, or make them do different things." She showed him a small bottle that glowed green. "This was pain medicine before. Now I think it can eat through metal." "Is that safe?" "For humans? Yes, for aliens, I don't think so." Yunji had been talking to all 3 alien prisoners. She learned a lot about how they think. "Captain, these aliens are very afraid of chaos," she told him. "Everything in their empire has to be orderly. They can't handle surprises." "What happens when they get surprised?" "They freeze up. They don't know what to do. Their commanders have to tell them every single thing. If the commanders are confused, the soldiers can't act." Janae was listening to more alien radio messages. "Captain, big news. I can understand some of their words now. They're scared of us." "Scared? They have more ships coming." "Yes, but listen to what they're saying. They keep using words that mean unknown and unpredictable. They're asking their commanders what to do about humans." "Have they fought humans before?" "No. We're the first humans they've ever met, and we're not acting like the other races they conquered." The alien prisoner who could speak human language was watching all this work. It looked very worried. "What you are doing is wrong," it said to Taemin. "You are mixing technologies that should not be mixed." "Why not?" asked Taemin. "Because it is chaotic. It is unpredictable. Technology should be perfect and orderly." "But it works," said Sora, holding up a tool that was half human, half alien. "It works better than either of our technologies alone." "That is impossible." "There's that word again," laughed Junho. "You aliens really like that word." The alien looked confused. "Why do you laugh at impossibility? Impossible things cannot happen." "Human children have a saying," said Yunji. "We tell them that impossible just means nobody has tried hard enough yet." "That makes no sense." "It makes perfect sense to us," said Taimin. Chang Ho had finished building the first new weapon. It was big and ugly. Human metal held alien power, cores. Wires ran everywhere. It looked like it might fall apart at any moment. "It's not pretty," he said. "But watch this." He aimed the weapon at a piece of broken alien armor and pulled the trigger. A bright beam shot out and completely destroyed the armor. The beam was twice as powerful as the original alien weapons. "How?" asked the alien prisoner. "Your power cores are very advanced," explained Sora. "But your weapons can only use half their power because your metal is too delicate. Our rough human metal can handle the full power. But it looks so crude." "Crude, but effective," said Chang Ho, patting the ugly weapon. The crew had been working for 8 hours. The alien ships were still waiting outside, but more kept arriving. Jeannie counted 15 ships now. "Why are they waiting?" asked Do-hyun. "They're scared," said Yunji. "They've never faced anything like us before. They don't know what we might do next." "Good," said Taimin. "Fear makes people make mistakes." Bora had finished making several bottles of her new medicine weapons. "These will eat through alien ship hulls," she said. "But Captain, I need a way to get them to the alien ships." "I have an idea," said Do-hyun. "Our ship used to carry medicine supplies to planets. We have hundreds of small containers that we used to drop supplies from space." "You mean turn supply drops into bombs?" asked Junho. "Exactly. We put the doctor's metal-eating medicine in the supply containers. Then we shoot them at the alien ships like bullets." The alien prisoner was shaking now. "You cannot do this. This is not how war works. There are rules." "Whose rules?" asked Taemin. "The rules of civilized warfare." "Did you follow civilized rules when you attacked our medical supply ship?" asked Bora angrily. The alien had no answer. Yunwoo had made another discovery. Captain, I found something in their computers. The alien empire has a rule. If they lose too many ships in one battle, they have to retreat and ask for permission before attacking again. How many ships is too many? More than half. If we can destroy 8 of their 15 ships, the rest have to run away. 8 ships, said Taemin. We're 1 ship. They're 15 ships, and we have to destroy 8 of them. Impossible? Asked Sora with a smile. For anyone else, maybe, said Taemin. But we're humans. We're too stupid to know when something is impossible. The crew laughed. Even in the face of terrible odds, they could still laugh. Everyone listen, said Taemin. We've turned our medicine ship into a weapon. We've mixed our technology with theirs. We've learned their weaknesses. Now we have to use all of this. What's the plan? Asked Junho. Taemin looked around at his crew. They had worked miracles in just 8 hours. They had taken a broken cargo ship and turned it into something that had never existed before. The plan is simple, he said. We're going to do something so crazy, so impossible, that they won't know how to react. And if it doesn't work, then we'll do something even crazier. Outside, the alien fleet was getting ready to attack. But inside the human ship, something incredible had been born. It was not just a weapon. It was proof that humans could turn any situation into an advantage. The Harmony's dream was ready to become something legends would be made of. 15 alien ships faced 1 human ship. The aliens had enough weapons to destroy a planet. The humans had a cargo ship with medicine containers and hope. Admiral Korvthak looked at his screens from the biggest alien ship. He had conquered 12 worlds. He had never lost a battle. But something felt wrong about this fight. Admiral, said his officer, the human ship is strange. Our sensors cannot understand what they have done to it. It is 1 small ship, said Korvthak. Destroy it. But Admiral Korvthak was careful. He had heard that these humans were dangerous somehow. He would not make the same mistake as Commander Velthara. On the human ship, Captain Taemin stood on his command deck. His crew was ready. Their ship looked like a mess of human metal and alien lights. But it was their mess. Jin'ei, can you send a message to all the alien ships? He asked. Yes, Captain. Admiral Korvthak. Taemin spoke into the radio. This is Captain Taemin of the human ship. You broke our ship. Now we'll show you what humans build when we're angry. The alien admiral laughed. Humans, you are brave but stupid. Surrender now and I will kill you quickly. No, thank you, said Taemin. We have a better idea. What idea could you possibly have? You'll see. The battle began when the alien ships started moving toward the human ship. They moved in perfect formation just like Hyunwoo said they would. All ships attack pattern 7, ordered Admiral Korvthak. Disable their engines first. The alien ships shot green energy beams at the human ship. But something strange happened. The beams hit the ship, but the ship didn't break. Instead, it seemed to eat the energy. What? Said the alien admiral. Our weapons did nothing. On the human ship, Sora was smiling. The alien power cores I put on our hull are absorbing their energy attacks. Their own technology is protecting us from their weapons. Now it's our turn, said Junho. The human ship suddenly shot back. But they didn't shoot energy beams. They shot the medicine containers that Do-hyun had turned into weapons. The containers were small and fast. The alien ship's defenses were made to stop big missiles and energy beams. They couldn't stop hundreds of tiny containers. The containers hit 3 alien ships and stuck to their hulls. Then Bora's special medicine started working. It ate through the alien metal like acid eating through paper. Hull breach on ships 4, 7, and 9, shouted an alien officer. Impossible, said Admiral Korvthak. Those were just supply containers. Admiral, the human ship is moving, said another officer. The human ship was indeed moving, but not like any ship should move. Instead of flying straight, it was spinning and turning in crazy patterns. Do-hyun was flying the ship like it was dancing. I can't lock weapons on them, said the alien weapons officer. They're moving too randomly. There is no pattern to their movement, said another alien. How do we fight something with no pattern? On the human ship, Do-hyun was laughing as he spun the ship around asteroids and space debris. They expect us to fly in straight lines, but humans learn to fly by watching birds, not computers. Chung-ho fired more weapons. These were the big guns he and Jun-ho had built. They shot beams of energy that were twice as powerful as alien weapons, but they looked crude and rough. The alien ships tried to defend with their energy shields. The shields had stopped every weapon for 100 years, but they couldn't stop the human weapons. Our shields are failing, called an alien officer. Their weapons are too chaotic. The shield computers can't predict where to block. 2 more alien ships exploded. The human weapons hit them in places the aliens never thought to protect. 5 ships down, counted Hyunwoo. We need 3 more. But the alien admiral was learning. All ships, stop using energy weapons. Use kinetic projectiles, physical bullets. The alien ship started shooting metal slugs instead of energy beams. These hit the human ship hard. Sparks flew everywhere. The lights went dim. Hull damage on decks 3 and 5, called Bora. We're hurt bad. Can we keep fighting? Asked Taemin. The main weapons are damaged, said Jun-ho. But I have an idea. Jun-ho ran to the cargo bay. The ship still had some real medicine containers that hadn't been turned into weapons yet. Do-hyun, he called. Can you get us close to that big alien ship? How close? Close enough to throw things at it. Do-hyun grinned. I can do that. The human ship suddenly flew straight at the alien admiral's ship. It was a crazy, impossible attack. No captain would fly directly at a bigger, stronger enemy. What are they doing? Asked Admiral Korvthak. This makes no tactical sense. Maybe their captain has gone insane, suggested an officer. Shoot them now. But the human ship was too close and moving too fast. The alien weapons couldn't turn quickly enough to hit it. Jun-ho opened the cargo bay doors and started throwing medicine containers by hand at the alien ship. But these containers had Bora's metal-eating medicine inside them. This is insane, laughed Chang-ho, helping to throw containers. We're fighting a space battle by throwing things. The containers stuck to the admiral's ship and started eating through the hull. Alarms rang throughout the alien ship. Admiral, the humans are somehow melting our armor. With what weapons? We don't know. Our sensors show they're throwing small objects by hand. Admiral Korvthak couldn't believe it. His advanced warship was being damaged by humans throwing bottles like children throwing rocks. But worse was coming. Yoon-ji had been talking to the alien prisoners during the battle. Captain, she called, the prisoners told me something important. If we can confuse the admiral enough, his other ships won't know what to do. How do we confuse him more than we already have? We surrender, then we attack, then we surrender again. The aliens can't handle changes in plan. It was the craziest idea yet, but it was so crazy it might work. Admiral Korvthak, Taemin called on the radio. We surrender. The shooting stopped. The alien admiral was confused. You surrender? Yes, please don't shoot us anymore. The alien ship stopped attacking. For a moment, everything was quiet. Then the human ship shot 3 more medicine containers at 3 different alien ships. But you surrendered, shouted the alien admiral. We changed our minds, said Taemin. 3 more alien ships started melting from Bora's acid medicine. Their hulls broke open and they couldn't fight anymore. 8 ships destroyed, counted Hyunwoo. Admiral, you have to retreat now. It's your own rule. Admiral Korvthak looked at his remaining ships. Half his fleet was gone. Destroyed by 1 human cargo ship using tactics that made no sense. This is impossible, he whispered. You humans keep saying that, said Taemin over the radio. But here we are. The alien admiral knew his rules. He had to retreat, but he couldn't understand how he had lost to such a small, weak ship. All ships retreat, he ordered. Send a message to the Empire. Tell them the humans are dangerous. How dangerous, Admiral? Admiral Korvthak looked at the burning wrecks of 8 warships, all destroyed by 12 humans and a cargo ship. Tell them the humans fight like chaos itself. Tell them we don't know how to fight chaos. The remaining alien ships flew away, leaving the humans alone in space. On the human ship, the crew cheered. They had done the impossible. They had won a battle they should have lost. But Captain Taman knew this was just the beginning. Word would spread. Other aliens would hear about the humans who couldn't be defeated. Some would be afraid. Some would be angry. Some would want to be friends. But all of them would know one thing: never underestimate humans. The galaxy was about to change, forever. 3 months after the impossible battle, the story had spread across the galaxy faster than any spaceship could travel. In alien bars, markets, and war rooms, beings whispered about the human ship that defeated 15 warships with medicine, containers, and chaos. Captain Taman stood on the deck of his ship, but it wasn't the same ship anymore. The Harmony's dream had been rebuilt and was now called Retribution. It still carried medicine to planets that needed it, but now it also carried something else. Hope. Captain, called Jin Ai from her radio station. We're getting another message from the Galactic Council. They want to meet with humans officially. What do they want to talk about? Asked Timon. Trade, defense agreements, and they want to know if we can teach their people how to fight like humans. Sora laughed from her engineering station. They want to learn how to be chaotic? Good luck with that. The crew had all become famous across the galaxy, but they stayed together. Sora continued to mix human and alien technology in ways that made alien engineers shake their heads in confusion. Her designs were now being used to build new human ships. Captain, look at this, she said, holding up a new device. I took alien healing technology and mixed it with human medical knowledge. Now we can heal broken bones in minutes instead of weeks. The aliens are calling it impossible medicine, added Bora. They can't understand how something so simple can work so well. Junho was training new human soldiers how to use the hybrid weapons. The key is not to think too much, he told them. Aliens think everything through perfectly. We just react and adapt. Chang Ho had been promoted to admiral of the new human defense fleet, but he still visited his old crew often. We now have 50 ships built using Taman's battle plans, he reported. Each one is different. No two use the same combination of human and alien technology. Why make them all different? Asked Do Hyun. Because if they're all different, aliens can't learn how to fight them. Every battle will be a surprise. Hyunwoo had become the galaxy's first expert in human-alien technological integration. Universities across the galaxy were asking him to teach courses. The secret, he explained to his students, is that humans don't follow rules about what technology can and can't do. We just try things and see what happens. An alien student raised its tentacle. But what if the technology breaks? Then we fix it and try again. Humans are very good at fixing broken things. Hyunji had become an ambassador, helping other races understand human psychology. She was currently working with the Vorthak prisoners, who had asked to stay with the humans instead of returning to their empire. Why do you want to stay? She asked Commander Velthara, the alien who had first attacked them. Because you showed us something we never knew existed, the alien replied. Freedom, choice, the right to make mistakes and try again. And you want that? Many of us do. The Empire teaches that there is only one right way to do everything. But you humans have shown us that there can be many right ways. Do Hyun was now captain of his own ship, but it was a very unusual ship. It was half human design, half Vorthak design, and half design from 3 other alien races that had joined the growing alliance. That's 5 halves, Sora pointed out when he described it. Exactly, said Do Hyun. It shouldn't work mathematically, but it flies better than any ship in the galaxy. Jin-A had become the head of galactic communications. She coordinated messages between dozens of races that were now working together. Captain, she reported, we're getting reports from across the galaxy. 12 races that were enslaved by the Vorthak Empire have rebelled successfully. They're using human tactics. What kind of tactics? Chaos tactics, unpredictable attacks, fighting in ways that don't follow any military rules. The Vorthak Empire doesn't know how to respond. The Vorthak Empire itself was changing. Admiral Korvthak had been replaced by a younger alien who wanted to learn from the humans instead of fighting them. Admiral Zektor is asking for a meeting, Jine continued. He wants to discuss peace. What does he offer? Freedom for all, enslaved races, an end to conquest, and a chance to learn human ways. Taman thought about this. 3 months ago he had been a simple cargo ship captain. Now decisions he made affected the entire galaxy. Set up the meeting, he said. But, make it clear, we don't make peace with empires that keep slaves. What if they refuse? Then we show them what 50 ships full of angry humans can do. Meanwhile, on Earth, the government was building a new space fleet. But these weren't normal military ships. They were built using the Retribution design, part human engineering, part alien technology, and part pure human stubbornness. Admiral Minseo stood in the shipyard watching the construction. How many ships will be ready by next month? She asked. 20, replied the chief engineer. But Admiral, I have to warn you, each ship is slightly different. The crews keep modifying them with new ideas. Good, said Minseo. Standardization is for aliens. Humans work better when each ship is unique. The engineer looked confused. But how will we maintain them? How will we train crews? The same way humans have always done things. We'll figure it out as we go. Back on the Retribution, the crew was preparing for their next mission. But this wasn't a cargo run. This was something much more important. We're going to the center of the galaxy, Taman announced. The Galactic Council wants to make humans an official member race. What does that mean? Asked Sora. It means we'll have a voice in galactic law, a say in how different races interact, and the responsibility to help keep peace. Do we want that responsibility? Asked Junho. Taemin looked around at his crew. These 12 people had changed the galaxy by refusing to give up when things seemed impossible. 3 months ago, we were just people carrying medicine to sick planets, he said. Now we're proof that no one has to accept defeat. That freedom is worth fighting for. That impossible just means no one has tried hard enough yet. So yes, added Bora, we want that responsibility. The Retribution flew toward the galactic center, followed by 49 other human ships. Each ship was different. Each crew had their own ideas about how to solve problems. Together, they represented something the galaxy had never seen before: organized chaos. In the months that followed, human ships would spread across the galaxy. They would carry medicine to sick worlds, defend weak races from bullies, and teach anyone who wanted to learn that there was always another way to solve a problem. But most importantly, they would carry a message that beings could be free, that no one had to accept defeat. That impossible was just a word people used when they hadn't tried hard enough yet. The galaxy would never be the same. And it was better that way. Years later, when young beings of many races heard the story of the cargo ship that defeated 15 warships, they would ask, how did the humans win? And their teachers would smile and say, because they were too stubborn to lose. The legend of the Retribution became a symbol across the galaxy, not just of human strength, but of the power of refusing to give up, of the magic that happens when different ideas work together, of the truth that freedom is always worth fighting for. And in the end, that was the most dangerous weapon of all: hope.